Hi, in this video I wanted to talk to you about training logs or training diaries, running logs, running diaries, whatever you might want to call it. Quite a lot of people find using an app like Strava to be more than enough. Some people really like to be able to write things down physically with a pen and paper, things like that. So we'll talk more about the different forms of a training log later on in the video. What is really important from my point of view, though, in terms of talking to you about this, is whatever you decide to do needs to be something that you'll be able to maintain, that it'll be consistent and you'll be able to keep doing, that it won't end up becoming a chore and it won't end up being something that ultimately could end up being a barrier to you even going out for a run in the first place, thinking, oh my gosh, I need to fill in the blinking running diary afterwards, which I haven't got time to do. So it needs to be something that you can continue to do if you are going to do this, all right? Now, in terms of the information that you might want to put into it, this is, again, trying to find a happy medium. So you want to make sure that the information you put into it is actually going to be useful for you to look back on. Otherwise, there's no point doing it, all right? But you also don't want to have to put so much detail in that it takes you an absolute age to complete it or to fill it in. So the following information, I've just got a list here, so I'm going to read this list out. Here's a list of some of the things that you might want to put into a training log if you decide you want to go this way and record this information for yourself. So the date and the time that you ran. So the time of day can be quite useful. Weather conditions, including the temperature, the length of the run, and how long it took you. You can then use that to find your average speed, which may or may not be useful depending on the kind of run that you're doing. And we'll come on to different types of run in the next module. What type of run it was, and any split times or distances covered if you were doing an interval session. And again, don't worry what that means. I'll explain that in the next module. Your effort level. You might want to write that down. What you planned to do in terms of your effort level, and then what you actually ended up feeling like in terms of the effort level you were putting in during the run. You might want to put how fresh you felt before you went or before you go. Ideally do that before you go, because you know, if you look back through rose-tinted glasses, once you've finished the run, that can distort things a little bit. You might also want to include any mention of any niggles that you've got prior to your run. Then how tired you feel afterwards, and any injuries or niggles you feel either or felt during the run or you feel after you finished your run. One thing you could do to speed data entry into your training log is you could use a key. So substitute numbers, letters and symbols for words, perhaps, if that is something that is still meaningful to you and would help. But just bear in mind also that a training log, a lot of the benefit of having a training log is the rich information you can write in. So you can talk about your feelings and your emotions and what was going through your head. So this is all kind of qualitative information that you would write in sentences rather than necessarily recording different numbers 1 to 10 on a whole different set of factors. So again, you need to find a happy medium that is going to work for you. All right, next thing is, right, what do I do? Okay, I know that there's no chance in how my life is that when I get back from a run, I would then have time to fill in a training log. There's no chance. So I make use of Strava and Garmin Connect, which automatically upload from my watch anyway. And then if there is anything specific that I think I want to document in a description field on Strava, there is room for you to be able to add in any notes. So I might write about how tired I felt before and how I feel afterwards. I might make a note of an injury. I might make a note of the particular type of session I did, or my effort levels. Anything that I think is particularly relevant, I will then put in the description field, and that's it. That's all I do. Now, if you've got more time on your hands and you don't have kids running around your feet at home, or just a busy home life, and you have time to be able to sit down, fill things in properly, then there's a number of different ways you could do that. You could do it just like in a notebook with a pen, or with a diary with a pen. You could do it on your laptop, computer at home, on your iPad, in a notes field, on your mobile phone. There's lots of different ways that you could record the information. I would just try and stick to having one place though, so you're not having to find lots of different places where you may have squirreled things away in the past. You'll want it in one place, because then it'll be easier for you to look back at and help you in terms of analysing it, looking for patterns. So that's the point of a training log, really, is it's there to be useful. It's not there to just be a chore. It's there to help you spot any patterns in your running, whether it's the volume of running you can do from week to week or month to month, any seasonality in how busy you might be, any times of year or times of month or anything else when you particularly struggle with your running, or your pace dips, or you start to get more niggles. If you know when those things are happening, that gives you a great start into trying to diagnose what the issue might be. And then other people can help you with that as well if you're not sure what the issue is. So in summary, a training log, when it's properly used and filled in with helpful information or data, can be a really rich resource for you to look back on and analyse, and help you find patterns or establish routines. And can also help provide lots of motivation for you on your running journey. As you think, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do this next workout, you can look back 2 months ago and think, hey, you know what? I did that same workout a couple of months ago, so yes, of course I can do it. Right, let's get on and do it. So they can take pretty much any form you like as well, but it is important that it works for you, it's manageable, and doesn't become another barrier to you getting out the door and getting running. Okay, all right, I'll see you on the next video.